Martin Zubimendi or Martin Zubimedical? Arsenal very, very close to signing the Spanish international. Obviously, this has been in the pipeline for some time. This is a deal that, from what we understand, Edu was kind of leading the charge on way before Andrea Berta even come in. So most of the groundwork, if not all of it, had already been done. The club were in a position to execute this sort of going into this summer. And obviously that kind of worked with Zubimendi's wants as well, because, he didn't want to leave Real Sociedad at the end of last season from what we were reading and what we were hearing. You let Jorginho go, someone who was very much a squad player, who we brought in for around about 10 million quid. It was great value, by the way. And I don't think I really covered the Jorginho goodbye enough looking back on it now. He obviously put out a really kind of emotional video yesterday, and everybody was watching that and sort of looking back on it and thinking, yeah, what a servant we had here. And I did put a post out yesterday saying, like, for 10 million quid, when you consider the performances that he put in, when you consider the leadership, when you consider the response to his departure from so many of the young players who he clearly took under his wing during his time at the football club, he's obviously well loved and well respected and was a really, really good asset on the pitch and off the pitch as well. But the thing with Zubimendi is that he represents an upgrade in Jorginho, right? Because this is a guy who, is very much sought after, who is very much viewed as one of the better holding midfield players in world football. And Arsenal haven't gone out just to bring in a Jorginho replacement. Arsenal have gone out and spent north of 50 million quid to get this guy in. So that's a upping of the ceiling. Sometimes we talk about raising the floor in the squad. Sometimes we talk about raising the ceiling, breaking barriers and going to new levels. Having Zubimendi and Partey, because I think Partey is going to stay based on what we're reading and hearing at the minute, that is a much better combination than Partey and Jorginho was. Yes, you lose some experience, but make no mistake about it, Martin Zubimendi, despite being of a relatively young age still, is a very experienced operator. He's played on the biggest stages. He's a Spanish international, European champion, etc., etc. There's a lot to like about this, and there's a clear statement here being made by Arsenal. And I think if we keep Thomas Partey as well, then actually we've upgraded in that midfield area, which is ultimately what you set out to do, isn't it? Going into each and every transfer window.